It's that time once again to hit the WWE and the AEW at the same time in the same weekend as we kick off the first of two celebrity predictings in a single week. Bringing you tonight conversation, coverage, predictions, and hype into WrestlePalooza. What a name, by the way, for a show. Daggum, originality be damned. From Indianapolis. This is also going to be the first ESPN special as we go into the ESPN era. God help one's wallets. But welcome to the discussion, everybody. So let's go ahead and, as Pat McAfee would say, I hope he's there for commentary, let's go. All right, that's enough of that. Hello, everybody, and welcome back here once again to City Predicting. You know what this is. I am the simple man of the simple brand, the voice of the rest of us for good professional wrestling. Damn it. And my name is Noah Foster, and as always, I'm with an illustrious panel of simply predictors, commentators, enthusiasts, storytellers, and fantasy bookers galore. I have with me Charles Sos, who's going to avoid falling down something. I have Emmanuel, and shout out to Arlene, by the way, who, of course, is handling other priorities. God bless her. I have the Rage of Wrestling Walter Cruz, and I also have been a long time to have this guy here. Glad to have him back again. Jeff Meacham, and thank you all for tuning in, whether live or on demand. Please subscribe, comment, tell a friend. You'll find the predictions form in the description down below, as well as these feeds conclude. It'll be in the comments on my YouTube channel and on the social medias as well, including NoDQ. Sorry, yeah, to NoDQ. And again, if you want to dictate the conversation, super chat or PayPal the passions. It's as simple as that. Let's go ahead and get everyone's thoughts now towards WWE WrestlePalooza and the start of the ESPN era for the main roster, PLEs going forward. Charles, good to see you. How you feel about WrestlePalooza?
First of all, fuck you.
There's the one.
It's F word not allowed. Jeez, you're demonetized.
Yeah, I'm not monetized, so here it's the range.
Yeah, he is, and Walter's not monetized. He just got the
yeah, he got the miles.
Look, he knows never gonna shut up about that. Every time I played TMNT, I kept falling down the stupid manhole. No one's never let me down any sense. He just never shuts up
It's just
about
stick.
it.
It's a stick.
Asshole. Anyway, I feel good tonight. Outside of that, let's do this.
All right, fair enough. As I said earlier, most valuable friends and members of the Simple Lava Studios and Jeff Meacham Network Evolution family, one half of the Dominguez. Emmanuel, good to see you. How are you feeling about WrestlePalooza?
I mean, it's gonna be a good show. I mean, like, it's pretty stacked. I mean, it's one of those things that you need to see what they have cooking, and hopefully they deliver, because like they're facing AEW at the same day, and who has the better show? That's the question of the day.
To AEW or to WWE? That is the question in your next William Shakespeare cosplay, not done by me. All right, well, fair enough. Thank you for that, Emmanuel. And shout out to Arlene Dominguez. I know that she, of course, will put her predictions in. As of right now, I believe she is still beating you in all the leagues that she's in with you. So, and again, JJ, sorry, she's still up there towards the top in NXT. Anyway, talk more about that later with No Mercy. Shout out again to, of course, you just saw me and the Rage of Wrestling Walter Cruz cover NXT Homecoming, and congrats on his milestone. Thank you all for making that possible. He's hit 200. Now he's on the road to 300. But Walter, it's good to hear you. How you feeling about WrestlePalooza?
Happy they get to watch wrestling. Pissed that it's another streaming bullshit monopoly thing that we got to subscribe to.
Right. Well, priorities over passions. This might turn into a Mad Money talk if we're not careful here, and this is not MSNBC. That being said, I, of course, also had somebody else just peeing in. It's not complete with Jeff Meacham unless you add this gentleman, the Renegade of Wrestling, JJ Williams. Hey, JJ. What's up, JJ? How you feeling about WrestlePalooza, brother?
WrestlePalooza is going to be very interesting. I'm looking forward to discussing it with you fine gentlemen. Today has been a fun day for me. It's been a day of reflection and reminiscing. Started the day by going to my local multiplex and seeing Toy Story on theaters.
The first one?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know. It was
Not sure how much you heard. Yes, the original Toy Story turns 30 years this year. So saw that. Had our NXT Homecoming.
And a good day. Good day.
Noah's NXT in full force on display.
Right.
To a degree.
And now we're here.
Yes. And all hell's going to break loose in conversation and hilarity, and I'm sure predictions. And it wouldn't have it any other way without you, JJ. I always appreciate you. But I also appreciate the other dad not always on wrestling that encourage all of us to continue to bring forward the conversation and the coverage. Always appreciate this gentleman, great friend. Good to have Jeff Meacham here. Jeff, been a moment spent predicting. How are you feeling about WrestlePalooza and how things been?
So things have been up and down. I've been popping in enough where I can over shenanigans and No-DQ review to kind of give everybody a basic idea of what's been going on. But for the simply predicting audience, I'm in sunglasses, not portraying virtue on television today. I promise you that. I love virtue, but it is what it is. I'm actually still dealing with the ramifications of a concussion, which I am clear to go back to work. I've been back to work now. Life is good. But yeah, WrestlePalooza is going to be a special day for a lot of reasons. You know, you figure it's the latest WWE Premium Live event, a throwback to the old ECW pay-per-view end show WrestlePalooza.
Right.
People that haven't seen ECW off of pay-per-view, even on the network era, probably don't remember that WrestlePalooza was the show that Tommy Dreamer finally defeated Raven after 2 years. And it was up at that same show right after that match that RVD, Sabu, and the debuting Jerry the King Lawler showed up at ECW Arena. So WrestlePalooza is a pretty significant show name in the annals of wrestling history. And of course, first time on ESPN. As a 7-year-old who started watching WWF Superstars in syndication, I think they were on Channel 11 at that point, which would have been the Fox affiliate, KTTV at that point. I don't remember for sure. To have WWE not only be acknowledged by, but broadcast on ESPN, where's our clock, is a big fucking deal. It really is major for WWE to be broadcast on ESPN. The hardcore wrestling fans, I don't even know, are going to really appreciate that as much as the casuals in the mainstream, because it's like, it's not a real sport. It's all... You know, it's a well choreographed, predetermined outcome. This is not a quote unquote legitimate athletic contest where you don't know the winner and the loser. Fans don't, but the people on the inside, like the NHL, NBA, Major League Baseball, I mean, those can be fake too, as we all know.
I'm about to say the referee, you're taking it like you can see it, but continue.
Yeah. And as Greg Cherry says, politics is a work even. So, you know, there is that. But
Right.
I just love that we're going to be on ESPN as fans, as wrestling people. It's like we're like walking tall with the rest of the sports world. It's pretty damn cool, and I'm looking forward to it. I only changed shirts from the No-DQ review because I wanted to be an agent of chaos on that show, but the green screen doesn't allow the green, so it kind of was what it was. And I wanted to be in professional mode and had the NXT show on to promote Homecoming, which again, I've just seen the clips so far. That shit was great. The old NXT theme was back. I mean, my God, how cool was that?
That
just
popped me.
by itself was an awesome thing.
That popped me.
But Regal, God damn it, Regal. Anyway, I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to being part of all the shenanigans and the actual shenanigans Saturday. So it'll be a good day.
Yeah, it's going to be a busy weekend, by the way, too. Everyone's going to be spending money left and right. So, again, it's going to be a fun time. So, again.
Save some of that money to make Noah sing in the Canadian karaoke, guys. Coming up.
Indeed. Yes. We need that to happen.
Bloody hell. Why does the joy turn into absolute dismay when it comes to me on screen with these people?
We need you to sing Celine Dion, My Heart Will Go On.
God,
what the?
You should say call me maybe.
Oh, Lord Almighty. By the way, I
Here we go.
Walter!
No, we're not? Okay.
What the hell?
I was
We're
ready.
already off to a fun start.
Yo, she dresses the Mountie is wild.
I got a question, JJ. Can I make Jeff sing the Bomba since it's the Edmonton Oilers victory song?
No! No!
What the fuck is happening?
Two things. Hang on. Hey, you know what? I was going to say that I'm off that day. I'm going to be there, but can you say that? I'm not going to show up now. Fuck that.
That'll be hilarious. Though.
Jeff's like, nope, I refuse.
Hey, you know what? I got to deal with Corey Perry as an LA King. That's enough suffering for all, except fucker's out for 10 weeks and he broke his leg. Asshole. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm okay. I'm fine.
Because he doesn't want to play for the Kings any more than you want him to play for the Kings.
Goddamn right. Fucking Perry at face.
We already got off a little bit of the rails already. We're down to the first match.
Dude, I am almost in hockey notes. JJ knows. Like, once I get to, like, no.
Sounds like me in wrestling mode. All it takes is something small to trigger me outside fuck television. But okay then. That being said,
there you go.
JJ said it before I could.
Wasted by my own petard. Anyway, before we go into
something,
this, you stop it?
Yeah, I agree, Walter. It is something.
There it is. Something. Hey, there it is. Here we go.
Oh, bloody hell.
Yeah, you guys.
All right. Well, that being said, this is already going to be more entertaining, I think, than what some people might believe the show is going to be. But in my opinion, it is going to be a unique starting point, and we gotta call it what it is. To Jeff's point, it's the first show on the ESPN service, the service dedicated to the world of sports. You might as well call this the closest that WWE will make wrestling look like sports. So we have to see what this brings forward out of its presentation and the aftermath of reactions, not from the self-proclaimed internet wrestling community, unless you're in Rift. But that being said, and us here on the Shenanigans, I'm looking forward to it. There's some good stuff. There's other stuff I'm like, okay, this is a Raw match. Then again, most of this is a Monday Night Raw, except for one match, practically, if you almost look at it. But that's a whole different conversation. Maybe not, depending on the match. But I think without further ado, cinema predicting community, analysts, enthusiasts, sports entertainers, professional wrestling fans, community, chat, and ongoers too. Let's get right into it. So this is going to be very simple. I say that in context all the time, but I say this in quantity, particularly tonight. Because believe it or not, folks, we have only five matches. Count them, 5 matches. I'm never doing the spinning routine again. Don't even ask me about that. You can't do that on carpet, okay? 5 matches. And WrestlePalooza, again, will be available on ESPN exclusively. Period. Unless you're international on Netflix. I got the VPN service for Netflix International. It is on Saturday, September 20th, 6:30 p.m. Standard Time with its countdown, kickoff, whatever the frick you want to call it. Starts 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, actually, for the show. And we will be covering it here immediately following AEW All Out. So, again, it's going to be a double feature for me on Saturday. Won't help my voice, but it is what it is. And, again, shout out to 22 of you that's filling your predictions so far, including that limited to Emmanuel, good job. Dwayne, Ian, Sienna Chanel, Jerry Slaughter, members of Team ODQ, including Colin, Matthew, the Oofman, Cass, Josh Mansfield, young boy, Rocco, Charlene, Darren, amongst others. Boy still has 5 years to prove to me he grows up. But anyway, again, thank you all for tuning in. Again, your predictions, opinions matter too. If you haven't already, again, you will have till 6:30 p.m. Standard Time, if the weather allows you as well, to get those predictions in and finalized. Let's go ahead and start things off here with our first match. As you all know, if you don't know by now, since predicting with a small card like this, everyone will get their say, but somebody will lead things off. And we're going to kick things off with arguably the most undermined, officially made, just made match on this card. So whether you yeet or we get super kick or you believe in the Seth Riders, let's talk about this grudge tag, shall we? We're going to start off with the Usos versus Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed of the Vision. Of course, I'm talking about Jimmy and Jay Uso, the most notorious, I believe, longest reigning modern day WWE Tag Team Champions, teaming up together in the first time since, holy hell, dadgum, probably War Games, I think, taking on the Vision. Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker. Of course, we've already seen Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker in tag team action on a PLE level stage against Roman Reigns and Jey Uso. And guess what? The Vision lost that night. We also saw Bronson Reed lose probably $6,000 in sneakers, but Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed did break the tribal chief again. And Jey Uso's mentality might become Roman Reigns if we're not careful here, based on what we've seen lately on Monday Night Raw with his brother and LA Knight. Yeah. Who's not on this card, by the way, crying shame. But doesn't mean he won't show up. So it's a grudge tag. Simple as that, folks. Paul Heyman, again, what will the Oracle foretell out of this regarding the Vision And is it a further premonition of things to come when it comes to main event Jey Uso as we acknowledge him or we know it? Let's go around the horn and get everybody's thoughts towards this grudge tag and see what happens here. We're going to go right around the horn, this case, clockwise. And that means, Jeff, you kick things off. So, Jeff, what's your thoughts towards this tag team match? What do you think happens? Who's your pick?
You know, we talked about this quasi during the No DQ review this afternoon. I don't know what to think about it. I mean, you know, is there a heel turn brewing for either LA Knight or Jey Uso? Do we see it executed on Saturday? You know, there's a small rumor that they're going to have LA Knight join the Vision, which I think is a major regression if they do that. God, that would be so bad, especially for LA Knight. And, you know, just him siding in with the Seth Riders on top of not progressing toward any championship just seems like a backward step in a guy that already hasn't had a whole lot of forward steps.
Right.
So for me, that's one of the tangibles. I don't know. Like I see more value in the Vision winning just to progress their continued dominance. And also, especially since I don't see the Vision winning their other match they're involved in on Saturday. I don't think their leader is going to win his match, and we'll get to that later, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
So based on those two things, I really think that Bron and Bronson almost have to win to compensate for Seth's not winning. And I think friction between the Usos and LA Knight can be like a kind of like putting a stopgap in their story until we get closer to, let me get Regal voice, War Games, and they get back together and make nice.
Yeah, can they coexist? But again, this is a team of brothers. This is literally blood before, you know, family before.
Nobody fights more than blood, Noah.
Oh, trust me, I'm well aware. Me and my little brother literally used to go WWE style on each other while my family just sat and watched. Anyway, that's a whole
I will
different
fuck my brother all I want, but if you fuck with my brother, I will fuck you.
Hey,
How it goes.
you only have one family. You only can have, you know, infinite amount of friends, but you only got one brother in this life that you are born with.
Valid.
That being said, all right, so you actually have the Vision here. Okay, well, let's go to Walter. And Walter, I'll tell you this real quick. Out of the 22 so far that put in their predictions, the Vision seems more clear in that result, according to Jeff's logic right now. And I kid you not, that is the number. 69% have gone with the Vision, while 31% have gone with the Usos. And again, it's the first time we're seeing the Usos. Right. And it's the first time we're seeing the Usos together, I believe, since War Games last year. So, Walter, what do you think about this?
I can't see the Vision losing this. No, but seriously.
No. He earned it. Damn it, Walter, you freaking idiot!
Good shit, pal. I don't care what show you're on. That's good shit, pal.
No, but I think Jeff's right. You'll stall the momentum if they lose both because, you know, what we feel like is happening later. So you got to have them win. Plus, they're teasing this tension between the Usos. So maybe a miscommunication here, miscommunication there causes their loss. So I think the Vision beats them. It'll be a good effort, and, you know, the crowd will eat up the Usos reunion. But yeah, this is set up to make Vision step up to the next level.
All right, fair enough. JJ, we saw at SummerSlam, and you can probably correct me if I'm mistaken. I think this is the first time we're seeing Bronson and Bron get together as a tag team again since that match. They lost against Jey Uso and Roman Reigns, but you did point out that made sense as long as they looked strong in defeat. No matter what, when it comes to Bron Bronson Reed losing in some capacity, they still obliterate their opponent post-match. And Clash of Perry again, Roman Reigns got destroyed by both these men. And it started with, again, a Bron Breakker super spear out of nowhere. So do you think we get a similar result of cause and effect here, or do they actually get the bell-to-bell victory? Do you agree with both Jeff and Walter?
I agree with my fellow dads here. I think Bron and the son of Bron have to come up and get a W here, especially if Seth and Becky are going to eat the L later. To Jeff's point, you can't have the vision get blurry this early into their inception.
I see what he did there. All right, fair
That
enough.
pun was just for you, Walter.
That's why he clapped. Dadgummit.
I give that an A.
Oh,
And not the Canadian A.
fuck me. This is not going to turn into an improv comedy hour. We are not the freaking Blue Collar Comedy Tour.
Well, I'd like to thank you all for joining on Tuesday Night Shenanigans. For those of you waiting for Saturday, it's going to be a long one. So there you go. Jesus.
3 for 3 for the Vision. All right. Emmanuel, are you seeing clearly with everybody else for once, or once again, are you going off the rails?
Didn't you see him go get his Visine while we were talking?
Anyways, the Bronze needs to win this. Like there's the tensions already building up. The LA Knight probably helping Jimmy out, but not Jay out. And it's like one of those things like the Seth Riders that need to get this W, because as a tag team they've been losing a lot, and them taking another L is gonna just hurt them in the long run. So they need this victory badly, in my point of view.
Okay, Jeff, I do see your hand. What you got to say real quick?
Before Charles goes, I just got to give more love to the Cleaver for the Seth Riders name for Seth's team. I think that's fucking brilliant. And I just love the shit out of it. I just got to say it. Okay.
I don't know whether or not it was Colin or Gino. I think Gino's actually been owning that more, but either way, whoever did that,
yeah.
Like brilliant. And shout out to
Whoever it was.
Gino.
God
Yeah.
damn, so
Speaking of a different type of Gino, our boy Gino Rivera is going to be on the GCW show on Friday night.
Friday night, not Saturday.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, bummer. I was surprised it's not Saturday. You can see him too. Damn.
I know. He's booked somewhere else, but he will be part of the GCW Arizona show.
Nice. That's
Good
awesome.
on him.
Very cool.
I love seeing that. And shout out to my friend Mary Jade across the pond who continues to prove James with more than gold. I love seeing my friends grow in wrestling, especially at such a early starter over time. All right, well, fair enough. Well, so far, I actually agree with all of you, so I'll just keep it simple for this one because, yeah, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, okay, you obliterate people after the result. But at the end of the day, are you competing for the winner's purse or are you competing for most injuries at this point to the same man? Are we stuck in a freaking time loop here, or what's happening here? What's happening here? And again, I don't know if we're swerving. I don't know if we're following the straight and narrow. I don't know if we're half blind or seeing clearly. But so far, it's unanimous here with this decision because I do agree with everyone else here that Seth Riders need to get a W for once to actually be a force to be reckoned with in the ring. And maybe actually win championships. I do see your hand, JJ. What you got to say real quick?
I don't know if we're stuck in a time loop, but I know Jeff and I are involved in a time warp because it is just a jump to the left.
Bloody hell!
And then a step to the right.
Copyright. Your hands on your hips. Non-copyright. Non-copyright. Fucking hell.
By any chance, is that Canadian?
No. British.
Very much British. Very much British.
Very much British. As someone that watched Hit List earlier today, that's literally like a version of Shazam in the UK. Again, British game shows. Thank you, Jeff. I do watch other stuff, folks, sometimes when I'm not napping or working. Believe it or not, it's not just about wrestling 100% of the time. Anyway, it's maybe 90. You can't say anything, Disney. Respect. All right, Charles. Go ahead, as simple as you usually do. Seth Riders or Usos? Who you got?
Yeah, the Seth Riders are losing and winning. There we go.
Wow.
I can't see him losing. I can't. And LA Knight's going to play a factor in this, the outcome. That's all. Won't turn heel, though, but it's going to make a mistake and he's going to screw over the Usos. all I gotta say on that.
All right. Didn't say which Usos, so you just said the Usos in general. Okay, fair enough. So everyone agrees that the Seth Riders actually can get a win. Okay, then. That was probably the easiest match to call, as I expected. All right. Well, now that we got the curtain jerker out of the way, as you basically call an opening match, good lord. Post-traumatic, W Championship, vacated Women's Championship, most storytelling.
Actually labeled post-traumatic. That's my favorite thing of the day.
I labeled it like that personally.
That is beautiful in a sad way for me. I love you for that.
I try. Okay. Hoy, this is kind of tricky because I feel like the women need more representation here. Something great, still injustice again, should be the champion. Anyway, all right. Fudge it. I went from one dad. Let's go to the other dad. Let's talk about the women, shall we? Damn it. Let's talk about Cinema Curvers Io Sky for the vacated WWE Women's World Championship. Of course, Lapamara Cinema Vaquer earned this opportunity, winning a Battle Royal back at Evolution, and was basically put on the shelf or bench or whatever you want to call it in France. I don't know what the word is. Was not part of Clash in Paris, as Naomi decided to become a mommy. And I have nothing against somebody trying to start a family, never but pure respect. Hopefully it all works out nice and safe for her, because at the end of the day, life is as fragile as time itself, for time is a vapor. And then you have Io, or excuse me, should I actually do this right? You have Io Sky, who of course was the former WWE Women's World Heavyweight Champion at Evolution before Naomi cashed in and did not get her contractually obligated one-on-one rematch. So Adam Pearce made it official that these two will go one-on-one with Natalia and Vacant, because they both are justified in bidding for this title. So here we are. So we're going to get a first-time ever champion on the main roster, or we are going to get a two-time WWE Women's Champion in the same year. JJ, I saw your message. You personally wanted to kick things off with this. So please elaborate and share your thoughts. Who you believe should be the face of the Monday Night Raw Women's Division, the death thereof, as the new Women's Heavyweight Champion?
Excuse me. So I think a lot of people look at this and they automatically assume that La Primera is going to walk out of here with the gold. And as much as I love that concept, I think everybody has to look at what the next PLE is and where the next PLE is. That would be Australia.
Crown Jewel.
Now, last year, they created the Crown Jewel Championships. We still don't know if it's going to be champion versus champion for the Crown Jewel Championship like it was last year, or if they're going to pull a Noah Foster and say, fuck that, because they're not in Saudi and that's where the championships originated and are kept. And I feel like that is the key to everything in this match. Now, even if they do the championship versus championship thing, they're not just in Australia for Crown Jewel. They're there for SmackDown and for Raw.
Right.
This is the Raw Women's Championship, for lack of a better term.
Yes.
So even if they do the champion versus champion thing on the PLE, Mommy can reascend to her throne on Raw. Now, do you want Mommy to defeat Stephanie Vaquer, or do you want Mommy to finish her story and defeat the woman that she has never been able to beat before in her home country to reclaim the championship? I'm going with Io Sky in this.
Wow.
For all of those reasons, because I think they're just going to give the belt back to Mommy, because the person they wanted to hold the title ended up having to vacate it due to pregnancy. And that's not a slight on Naomi. We love her. We wish her the best. Her and Big Jim have wanted this for a long time. He hit her with the Slim Jim, made her say yeet, and now she's going to be gone for about 18 months. So you reset. You put the title back to who lost it via the cash-in, Io Sky. You move it to another big name, Rhea, and like I said, she finally gets to finish her story and defeat the one woman she has never been able to beat. And then you allow La Primera to ascend to her throne at a bigger spectacle. Maybe next April in Las Vegas, Nevada at WrestleMania. I'm done with fantasy booking now, sir.
I was thinking about it for 5
Shawn
seconds.
Michaels 1995 style. Follow that. Pass it to whoever you'd like.
Well then, damn. That's the way to set the pace for the only women's match here on this card. Okay. So that being said, the opening ballot for everyone else to follow is Io Sky becomes once again WWE Women's World Heavyweight Champion for the second time this year. Walter, as we go counterclockwise this time. I changed the order up and how I go about the order each match. You're up next. What's your thoughts towards everything JJ says? Sometimes you two share the same wavelength in your storytelling agreement. Did he literally take everything you were about to say, or do you actually have an opposite?
Rinse and repeat, and damn it, JJ, get the hell out of my head.
Bloody hell. That's all you gotta say, Mr. Nintendo Switch?
Literally. That's exactly where I was going.
All right. Wow. Seriously, just have the two speak at the same time like the freaking sisters from that movie. Okay. So we got 2 for Io Sky. Jeff, what about you? There's a lot of good points that JJ made, but I also do think about cause and effect as well. What's been the unique underlying, let's call it what it is, conflict maybe, when it comes to support versus friendship? Asuka. Now, you all don't know Japanese. Neither do I. Shout out to whoever uploaded the subtitle of that promo that Asuka was talking about the Io Sky backstage segment on YouTube. Asuka was basically saying, I want to be there for you and help you do this. And Io yelled at her as she was going all hyper crazy Japanese. And basically saying that I need to do this by myself. And Asuka's like, okay, to subtly put it. And not like necessarily a subtle support way, but almost like an angry way. I feel like she wants influence in this championship because maybe she deserves she should be champion since she lost. Oh, I don't know. Queen of the Ring. But what do you think? And could the Kabuki Warriors play a factor here, or even Rhea Ripley for that matter?
I think Asuka and Kairi will get involved, but it won't be the deciding factor. I agree with what JJ put out there and Walter co-signed with. And there's a comment in the chat room that I think needs to be addressed without a doubt, and that's from Nestor. Io can afford to be a transitional champion. You can't do it to Stephanie Vaquer right now. Her first world title cannot be a transitional championship. It can't. It can't afford that. Even if it is a month, even if it is a big stage like Australia, she can't lose that championship that quickly, even to Rhea Bloody Ripley. Io winning the title back that she lost under shady circumstances. The Money in the Bank is what it is, but it is still a shady circumstance.
Yeah, it's dubious.
And then losing it because of a shady circumstance that the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka for being real, cost her that after her second championship continues to outshine both of them. And maybe when we get Kairi going, you know what? Asuka's right. Piss on this. And she is the deciding factor that caused Io to lose it to Rhea. For me, it has to be Io coming out of Indianapolis. And to JJ's point and Walter's co-signing, it has to be Rhea either going in as champion or winning the title on the Crown Jewel stage. They need to have Rhea as that marketing in Australia. Yes, WWE is over like Rover across the globe now, but Rhea is that name. So Rhea's existence is really what is determining Io versus Stephanie. And that's just the way wrestling works sometimes, folks.
Almighty dollar. And again, why she's on top of WWE? She's been on top in Australia despite the fact the land down under. She's been part of WWE when she stopped being the blonde rugby player. That's a fair point. And with that being said, I was quite surprised because I really didn't think you all were going to say that. And I do agree with all of you. I think Io Sky needs to win it too. The fact of the matter is, Stephanie Vaquer has not even been on the Monday Night Raw roster for even a year yet. You all remember when she came up, when she lost the title to Jessie Jane, which was still, to this day, WWE's biggest what the fuck this year. And the fact of the matter, Stephanie Vaquer right now has everything to be the next leading star of the Monday Night Raw women's locker room, goes to that slow burn to get her to that spot. Hell, we haven't even seen her versus Rhea Ripley yet in any capacity. It is almost like they're teasing Rhea Ripley to tag with somebody. Now, whether or not it's Io Sky or Stephanie, that remains to be seen. But right now, what has Monday Night Raw been surrounded by when it comes to the women particularly? Rhea and Io are your leaders, your trailblazers, your story. And it's a matter of how we end that story or where it goes from here. Does the story truly ever end, or does it just hit an epilogue after the first freaking book is finally written? And as far as I'm concerned, that book's not written until Rhea Ripley literally beats Io one-on-one in some capacity, title or not. But that being said, I think it would make more sense, because I honestly don't see Rhea anything less than a champion, for Rhea to be involved against Io while she holds the gold again, and whether or not the Kabuki Warriors are the influence or not, whole different conversation. But I agree. I think Io does win the title back here, but it should be a great match. And hopefully it doesn't have a lot of shenanigans yet, because I don't want the story to overwhelm the effort that I want to see out of these two going one-on-one that got spoiled during WrestleMania post. So yeah, Io Sky for the win. JJ, I do see your hand. What you got to say real quick?
To Jeff's point about the Kabuki Warriors getting involved and not being the deciding factor, I wouldn't be surprised where after tonight we don't see Lyra and Rhea, who teamed alongside Stephanie, get the Kabuki Warriors out of there and play the enforcers on the other side, just to make things a fair fight.
And to echo your subtle phrase, that's fair. But again, WWE, do they let a match go cleanly, or do they overrule the chance of the result by storytelling? Sometimes I think storytelling overwhelms a match's potential in leading to a result that you hope to see. And I think that's more prolific in WWE than any other company I've seen across the world, particularly. Walter, I do see your hand. What you guys say real quick?
I like his idea of Lyra, because then you can have Becky come out to do Lyra, and she has history with, Io Sky and everybody. You don't know what side she's going to be on, and then she can do that flip when you don't know what side she's going to be on, but she can stop Lyra from interfering. You can do a lot, especially since that's the only women involved. So, I mean, you might convolute it a little too much, but yeah, that's my one SAT word.
Fair enough. I appreciate that. Look at you, Mr. Big Words. I didn't know you could pontificate like that. All right, well, let's go ahead and move down to Charles Schultz as we continue the order here. But so far, it is 4 for Io Sky as far as leading with the gold. And this is interesting also because let's keep in mind, neither of these two are coming in as champion. So there has to be a winner. So you have to consider whoever is given the decision, they have to lead with the title, right? You can't have this be like a no contest or a double non-champion, Hell in a Bands. What the fuck you do that? Charles, what do you guys say real quick about this? Do you have who you got?
Oh, this is about to be fun.
Oh boy.
Because I'm going against all of you.
What?
One reason. You don't have to have Rhea in a title match at Crown Jewel. To be a little too predictable. So that's why they could do the tag match with Io and Rhea and Rookie Warriors at Crown Jewel Perk. Keep Rhea away from the belt for a bit. That's why.
Except she wouldn't be at Crown Jewel. She'd be in a title match on the Raw after Crown Jewel.
Or may build Survivor Series or Saturday Night's main event.
Okay. So
There you go.
So that's your philosophy there. Stephanie wins because you don't need Rhea Ripley going after the championship right now between Crown Jewel and Survivor Series. You're thinking at a later point.
Yeah, and also Rhea and Io teaming up against the Kabuki Warriors.
I do think that tag match is inevitable. Can it be big enough for pay-per-view, or is it a Monday Night Raw kibosh waiting to happen?
They're probably going to do it at Crown Jewel or they'll get Rhea on the show. It's not a title match. You know what he could do in mind.
It's an interesting thought, but I almost feel like it undermines, again, the biggest star on Monday Night Raw from Australia, named Rhea Ripley. So I don't know, man. Again, is it justified in WWE booking like that because they know that people are still going to pay out because mommy's back home? I can see your point, but it just feels like to me, Io Sky is the story to be for Rhea to beat. So that's my thinking. But okay, but I like the fact that, again, this match was not unanimous. You're bloody crazy, but I respect it. And to Tilla being some thoughts here, standing back here, his father, being WrestlePalooza the day before his birthday. Well, and again, friendly moments aren't necessarily about happy endings all the time. Sometimes it's just about getting that biggest emotion that you can. That being said, Emmanuel, you close things out. And here I thought Emmanuel was the only one that was going to break things here. But let's see if he actually agrees with Charles, or does he actually agree with us? Again, Emmanuel,
No, I was
what
going
do
to
you
break.
say?
I was going to break it either way. So I thought I was going to be the one to be. I thought I was going to be the only one, to be honest. But the reason why I said this, didn't we say this about JC Jane, JJ? Keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer. And that's the only way Rhea could get the inside tell of how to finally defeat Io Sky in a one-on-one match. That's the angle I think that he's trying to tell. Yes, it'll be epic to see Rhea versus Io in a title match in her home country, but it's like it's not necessary. Like it's not like for it to be complicated by 1 month, it's not necessary. For me, what makes sense is since they already making Stephanie a special attraction, and she doesn't need to be World Woman Champion, like it makes sense to put the title on her. That way, you don't feature her a lot. She's only featured doing pay-per-views because that's what WWE's been doing. They're trying to book her as a special attraction, as a Cody Rhodes, like a Brock Lesnar. That's why they haven't featured her a lot, and a lot of people be questioning why bring her in if she's not there. Have you not seen WWE in the last couple of months that they had not featured Dominic Mysterio in specific matches or anything like that? So
no, I haven't seen it in the last couple of months.
No, I mean WWE in specific in any title match. It doesn't matter if you haven't seen Raw or SmackDown. You barely seen it unless this is pay-per-view. So it's one of those things who's the they want to have mommy in every show, but and they haven't featured her lately. I don't know if she's suffering an injury or I'm not sure why they're not working her as champion, because that was the point all along. Then why didn't they book Stephanie Vaquer versus mommy in this new pay-per-view era of ESPN? And that's my second point. The ESPN era needs to have a bang with a new wrestler incoming, and that's Stephanie Vaquer. That's why she was featured in that press of WrestleMania 42 as a headliner with Liv Morgan, because that's the future of the WWE. Not Io Sky, not mommy, but they're already booking the future of the WWE. Yes, Vaquer could win it at WrestleMania. It's a bigger deal, but at this stage, and they're trying to make ESPN WrestlePalooza a fourth main pay-per-view outside the big four, then yes, you had to make this statement. You had to make Vaquer look incredible. Unfortunately, it's going to be shenanigans. We're talking about the Kabuki Warriors interfering or trying to help out, but I feel like there's going to be no interference. Kabuki Warriors come after the match, and that's when they do the heel turn, beat up Io Sky. Kairi just goes along with it because Kairi's naive. That's her persona right now. And that's when Mommy comes out and helps Io Sky out. And that's how you book Io Sky and Rhea Ripley versus the Kabuki Warriors at Perth.
All right. So it's unique thinking. But to your point, we also saw how depressed they were during that press conference. That's a different conversation. But anyway, again, I feel it's inevitable. We know we're going to see Kabuki Warriors versus Io Sky and Rhea Ripley. It's a matter of where the title comes into play, if it does, in that, let's call it what it is. That's going to be a mid-card rivalry in storytelling just to try and actually breathe new life in a women's tag division that doesn't exist in the main roster and give Rhea Ripley something else to do besides challenge for a world title. Now, whether or not it's Perth or later, or, they do something weird in December, hell, Saturday night's main event could be a spotlight match for all we know. I just feel like here that Stephanie doesn't need to be pushed to the moon immediately if she's not going to get the justified run we want her to get following. And it doesn't have to be super long, but you don't want Stephanie to be transitional 1 year, not even 1 year in her WWE career. That's my thinking. So that's why I think Io Sky's going to win. But I respect your point. JJ, you got something to say real quick before we move on?
Especially considering Tiffany Stratton won her title less than a year on the main roster and has had a hell of a run.
Exactly.
You're gonna make it seem like Tiffany Stratton is better than Stephanie Vaquer.
Yeah. I'm about to say, just gonna say this real quick. Tiffany needs
and
more
I love Tiffy time, but no.
I will say this real quick. Tiffany needs more opponents than Jade Cargill and Nia Jax. Just saying, WWE. All right, moving on. Especially if neither one of them are ever going to win the damn thing.
That's free now on the Noah Young and Walter counter.
I'm glad someone's keeping track, apparently. Hey.
Am I wrong, though?
I'm going to leave that alone.
It's almost at 3 minutes?
Yes.
Moving on. That being said,
Gotta give me time for the music cues. You make shit like that. Come on.
I'm about to say, let's just kind of keep going here. And speaking of time, while the last time is now, we're not reaching that time yet. We're going to talk about Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship because I almost feel like it's an afterthought here because seriously, this being the only match it feels like from SmackDown with the rest being on Monday Night Raw, why not? Let's do it in the dead middle. That being said, Charles, you're going to go ahead and talk about it first. Cody Rhodes defending the WWE Championship against Drew McIntyre. It's kind of interesting considering how long Drew McIntyre has been kind of in Cody Rhodes' crosshairs in his story and afterwards, but also the whole feud with Randy Orton as well. And we saw what happened on Friday Night SmackDown. You saw Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes return to exact revenge. We haven't seen Cody, though, since Drew Claymore has had through a television set on the front of the announce table. But that being said, these two are finally going one-on-one for the undisputed WWE Championship. And there's not much more to it. I think Drew McIntyre is trying to find former glory in the fact that he had his moment last year at WrestleMania, but he lost the title in 5 minutes, 26 seconds, and was never the same again. So can Drew McIntyre once again achieve broken dreams, this time for Indianapolis, and not lose in his own hometown? Or does Cody Rhodes continue to be the face of WWE since he beat John Cena at SummerSlam? And yes, folks, we are discussing John Cena and Brock Lesnar next, and I know exactly who I'm starting with, but focus on the current. Charles, you kick things off. Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre, do you see a brand new, undisputed WWE champion? And this is Cody Rhodes' first defense, by the way, since he won it back at SummerSlam, folks.
Eden, Drew, you're losing the That's the reason why you're here. Cody's retaining. I love Drew, but literally, Cody's not losing that belt. He just got it. He's holding all the way to Mania at this point, so, there you go.
All right, fair enough. And yeah, Jeff, doesn't it feel fucking wild that it's kind of the case? And literally, it's the only match in SmackDown, and it's supposed to be the cornerstone, but you got two matches with an incredible story. One being the last time forever, post-dramatic, and the other one being the mixed tag return of AJ Lee. But Cody Rhodes, you already told me about your history, your connection, your respect to the Rhodes family. Cody now on the second run as the face of WWE after taking on the real John Cena and surviving his onslaught at SummerSlam. But what do you think about this? What do you think comes from his second run here? Because you don't see him losing to Drew McIntyre, do you?
No. I said this during the review also. I feel so bad for Cody and Drew.
Right.
The third tier match on the ESPN debut. I was like, what? And I get it. I get AJ's return, and the story with Punk and Seth has been, if every single website, publication, JJ mentioned he saw the latest edition of PWI on the newsstands this week. If every publication in wrestling does not name Seth versus Punk the feud of the year, you're not watching the same goddamn show I am, people. Okay, let me throw that out there first.
That's accurate.
Jesus. Thank you. There it is. Will not be on the PWI. I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
I say. And someone might be joining us here to finish the conversation with the two matches with the biggest story as well. So please continue.
This match, I honestly feel like it's only here because it's the ESPN debut and they can't not feature the main championship. The world champion's in a match. He's just in the tag match. It's like WrestleMania all over again. You've got the better booked world champion in the main event tag match. Just throwing that shit out there, folks.
The child's not even on the line. Continue.
Neither was Hogan and Mr. T against Piper Orndorff. There you go.
That's fair.
It's full circle. Circle of life and shit. Sorry, wrong company. Although no, ESPN, same company. I'm good.
Same company. What are you talking about? Disney Plus, ESPN is a bundle. Continue.
We own the world. We'll corrupt your children. Anyway, thank you. Thank you all. Thank you, Dance Along. Appreciate you. I appreciate my backup dancers. Yay, backup dancers. Woo.
Good Lord Almighty.
Yes, sir.
In fairness, the rival company who's putting on a show the same day, their world title match is like third or fourth tier also.
Oh, no. And I was going to point that out during the review. I just didn't get a chance because we were talking forever because we went off the rails.
Because if we're real, everybody's here for Edge and Christian versus FTR.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, no.
And then second, maybe, but the Moxley Darby match, I'm pretty sure takes precedent over, no disrespect,
no,
man, and the Protostar. You're going to have the guy you're pushing for the future lose this soon into his push. That automatically bumps it down. But that's Thursday. Continue, Meacham.
No, but you're absolutely right.
He's right. Apples to oranges. Continue.
Both of these premium mega events, their primary focus is a tag match. It is what it is, folks. Although I think Tessitore announced that Cena and Lesnar are going to main event, which is why. Well, gosh darn it, I think my bladder's going to have to take a break there around that main event time for WrestlePalooza. I'm not sitting through that again.
You're going to need to take a Liaki.
Cena Lesnar, I might come up short on a Liaki. I might have to take a couple of Liakis. I would take it to Corey Perry if anything. Anyway, I'm not going to get off his ass. I'm not.
I understand that reference.
I know you do.
Calm down, brother. But
I can use that now because Jordan Nolan's so far off the freaking anyway, whatever. He's still part of the organization too. So anyway,
he's no face.
I know. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, it just befuckles me that the WWE Championship's third tier. It just what? But again, to JJ's point, the AEW World Title is third tier, and not just because it's Hangman Page. It's because the storyline is stupid. Cody cannot possibly lose the WWE Championship in a match that, at the end of the day, means absolute dog shit. It means nothing. It means less than dog shit. Dog shit you have to clean up and pay attention to before you step in it. You know, it's, and again, like you said, you mentioned my connection with the Rhodes family, and I love me some Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre is my dad's favorite right now because Undertaker's out of the picture, obviously, and Drew is just so under goddamn utilized.
Accurate.
Pisses me off. And I can't be pissed off. I can't get headaches right now.
No, you can't. That's why I want you to calm down.
But yeah, I'm just trying to liven it up because the prediction means shit because it's a non-factor.
It's obvious.
However, what is a factor is somebody that just popped in. I'll go ahead and let her speak her piece.
Well, about to say, teleporting in from the morphing grid. It is our own mighty morphin Pink Ranger, Dutella.
She's working on Tuesday, folks.
Hey, I'm surprised you didn't see the command center, but yeah.
Come on, that was a good one.
Well,
Yeah.
You know, closing out, but good to
10
hear
out
your
of 10,
voice,
Jeff.
Dutella.
There you go.
I see someone recognized it, but good to hear your voice, Dutella. How are you feeling?
I'm good.
Okay, good
Just
deal.
was listening to your guys. Just been listening
Gotcha.
to you guys the entire time.
Yeah, I saw you in the chat. Appreciate it. as
You
always.
should be watching NXT Homecoming, but that's another story.
Oh, here we go.
I said
I
you
agree
finished
with
last week's
JJ.
TNA Impact.
Hey, she's working on Tuesday. Go with that, Jay. You know.
Look, they got me to work on Tuesday, Dutella, so anything's possible. But anyway, we'll talk more about that later, I'm sure. But anyway, Jeff, you want to do your point? Now we got the full cast here.
Well, no, I will. You said they got you. You're the one that picked the days for Simply Predicting here this week, buddy.
No, I'm covering Wednesday. I'm
Uh-oh.
covering Wednesday, so I can't do one on Wednesday.
You got to throw us under the fucking bus. You made your choices this week, not me.
Say Jeff's innocent here.
God damn it, I have enough buses hitting me without my consent. I want consent, god damn it. Anyway.
What?
Okay, whoever did that, that
It's
is mean to
2025.
Jeff.
You need
That's the
consent.
Price is Right.
mean to
That's
Jeff.
The best one.
Dare you?
At least a Womp Womp, not a Price is Right one. God damn,
Someone
that's
do my
good.
freaking soundboard. I put the Price Right horn, and all of a sudden, I know that was JJ. I know that was JJ.
It's not even
Okay.
now because Bob Barker's dead. Like, God, Drew carries the hell. What's the fucking point?
And well, that's a whole different conversation.
The heck?
What the hell's that?
The fuck?
Let's just
All right.
read. Like, what the hell? Jeez, that's
I don't know. That was a storm.
That was the most randomest one to date.
That
I
was.
never had a storm in my Simply Predicting panel, but okay. Anyway, Jeff, let's get back here.
Anyway, yes.
Yes.
I can't see Cody Rhodes dropping the WWE Championship, even if it is the wow, okay, we'll try that again. I can't see Cody Rhodes drop. Thank you. I can't see Cody. God damn it, that was so fucking.
Okay, that was on Noah. That was on Noah for that one.
No, I had the second one and then he botched me. I can't.
We need to get a botch written in French for Canadian karaoke.
Oh no!
Make
You
that
understand
happen.
the whole-
somebody.
JJ, you want Pandora's box to be open again? You want that?
I'm telling you, we need Noah singing "My Heart Will Go On."
Oh, is he gonna dress like the Mountie?
Stop it!
No, but we might be able to get Nick to do that.
Okay.
Stop it! This is a karaoke. We're not gonna cut it out.
JJ, the worst part is Nick's probably thinking that right now. You probably didn't even give it the idea.
Noah is going to be Lance Storm on there. If we can be serious for a minute,
right? Yeah, Noah, look over there to your far right. You can almost see the rails we went off of way the fuck out there. Anyway,
no kidding, right?
Golly,
It's not bad yet, Jeff.
it's always bad.
It's always bad here. I
always
moderate
bad
the
with this group.
madness. Anyway, continue, Jeff.
Okay, I'm gonna try it in monotone so I can actually pull it off. I
Right.
cannot possibly see Cody Rhodes losing the WWE Championship, even if it is on the ESPN premiere, with such a haphazard thrown together story behind it. And if it wasn't if it was the main event, maybe I could think about it. But it's not the main event. It's not even the semi-main event as far as promotion goes. It may be match order wise because we talked about this on the review. The freaking WWE title match may be the cool down between the mixed tag and Cena Lesnar. The title match, the cool down. What the fuck are we doing?
Well, damn. I mean,
It's insane. It could be a thing.
you're not wrong. Honestly, you're not wrong unless they book up 6 matches in SmackDown for the WWE United States Championship because they've already undermined that into oblivion since Chelsea Green lost it. Pisses me the fuck off.
Oh, by the way, JJ, as far as the banner in French, you know the entire country doesn't speak French. We can't. I don't know if Toronto's part of the part of the French Canadian part of the country, but we can do both. We can be El Dorado. We can have both.
Fair enough. We can at least make it so it says botch, eh?
I am not breaking my Zog botch sign for any language, especially for a karaoke night.
Oh no, you will love it.
No, I won't. I'm already moving on. Jeff has set the bow for Cody Rhodes. So at the end of the day, Cody's winning. All right. Do we really need to talk about this match anymore? Unless you think anyone RKO's Cody out of nowhere just for the fuck of it. Does anyone have any actual thought to make us believe that Drew McIntyre wins and leaves with the WWE Championship? Going once, go.
He could win the match. I don't know about the title.
I'm going to cut you off this feed in a moment, Emmanuel, so you best make this good.
I just say, like, as a hypothetical for Drew McIntyre fans out there, so that's why I'm speaking aloud for them. I could see Drew winning because he's the perfect heel. Like he deserves to be champion, and he deserves to be like the carry the company for a while. I get just idea like Cody, like we all gonna pick Cody. Like it's a done deal. But I gotta defend Drew for but I gotta defend Drew because he made a statement. He took out in kayfabe storyline. He took out Cody Rhodes for a couple of weeks because we know he was doing the film and he had a baby. Congratulations, Cody. But that's a different story. But in storyline wise, like he took out Cody. Cody doesn't really need to be champion in my perspective. He doesn't need to be the face of the company, but that's a different story. But let Drew run it. Like it's bit. I get we have Seth Rollins as champion, but it's kind of like routine, like in nauseam. We're going in circles. Like we're not seeing new people having the main title. It's time for a change. It's time for new faces to hold. That's right.
So enough is enough.
Yeah, enough is enough. It's time to change. And
time for a change.
All right, enough. I know what y'all are doing. All right. So I guess, you know what? I wonder if Emmanuel did this on purpose to troll me. Did you pick Drew McIntyre on the forum? Because one person out of 22 actually picked Drew McIntyre to win the title. Someone's banned their house, apparently, and I wish you all the best if you rely on sports gambling and sports entertainment gambling particularly.
I picked Drew, so.
All right, fair enough. Now, JJ, I saw your hand first. Go ahead. Then, Charles, I did see you. What do you got to say real quick, JJ?
While I agree with Emmanuel that Cody doesn't need the title anymore, the Cody Rhodes experiment has gotten kind of old, kind of quick. The only way Drew McIntyre is winning is if Flintheart Glomgold comes out and helps him win. And if you get that reference, you're my kind of person. If you don't get that reference, do your homework, bro.
Okay, there you go. There's the pop culture reference I was waiting for. Charles, you had your hand up. What you got to say real quick before we move on?
Man, you're probably crazy. And to damn it, JJ, I hate if I knew that reference. You asshole.
Are you and Jeff the only ones that got that reference? Does anybody else get that reference?
Nope, flew over my head.
Damn. Life really is like a hurricane here in Duckburg.
Yes, it is.
Oh, God. Disney.
Yes, it is.
Hey, babe. Well, again, Disney owns WWE now, basically, so,
and he's Scottish.
That is true.
Bloody hell. All right.
I just didn't use Scrooge McDuck because one, it would have been too obvious, and two, he's a babyface. But Glomgold, that's Scrooge's rival.
That is true.
This is accurate.
He's also Scottish. And since, Disney owns ESPN and they own the world,
And I was one sweet lad. I remember.
In gold.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Now let's get to the two matches we care about the most on this card. I think we're all agree about here, shall we? Good grief of fucking mighty. before my blood pressure goes any higher due to the stress that you all are doing, causes to go off the rails. It's time
Unfortunately,
to talk
Scott Stapp isn't Canadian.
about bloody hell.
Damn.
Well, the jury is out whether Brock Lesnar is Canadian with how
But
much
Chad
he owns Canada.
Kroger is.
That is
Well,
true.
that's a different conversation for another day. But Brock Lesnar might as well become the prime minister of Canada at this point of how much land he owns. So let's talk about him. Let's talk about Brock Lesnar versus John Cena for the last time. It's the post-traumatic match of Jeff's night. John Cena, Brock Lesnar, and apparently Joe Tessitore did announce it will be the main event. It's Brock Lesnar and John Cena. Insert number here. Of course, the last time we saw these two go one-on-one, it was not a champions when Seth freaking Rollins cashed in and broke it up. Where John Cena said, I'm going there to kick Brock Lesnar's ass. He did, but no decision was properly rendered. And prior to that, it was Jeff Meajon's worst night of his fucking life when Cena was suplexed 16 times and lost the WWE World Heavyweight Championship that night to a diverticulitis surviving Brock Lesnar. And now we're here with Brock Lesnar one last time. The man you can't beat, apparently, against John Cena for the last time. So is the last time the right time to give John Cena the win come Saturday night? Well, does Brock Lesnar once again prove he is John Cena's better since practically OVW? Now, we all know who...
This is how you remind me of how Jeff had a heart attack.
Damn it, JJ, why were you in my brain when that I was going to say that, you asshole?
Never made it out of the wild, man. The non-copyright Nickelback, damn it. Not listen to Nickelback.
That's because back then he was an advocate. He wasn't the wise man yet.
I know.
That's like the only good song Nickelback has. Although I did like Chad Kroger's
that's
Hero.
A lie.
I was going to say, don't get me started. Don't get me started here, Till, please. Don't.
I don't really like Nickelback. Besides,
Let's
this
not
is how you
forget Burn It
remind
to
me.
the Ground, the Raw theme song for those
That was,
years.
that was the last time Raw had a good theme. Next
So one of their songs was a PLE theme back in the day, too. So there you go.
That's when WWE PLEs had decent music versus pop shit. But anyway, let's move on, shall we? All right, guys, post-traumatic match talk time. John Cena, Brock Lesnar. We know he's going last, so in just subtle words, who wants to go first? Yeah, you know what? I know who I'm going to make go first.
Why am I going last? Fuck that. Let me rip this Band-Aid already. Wait a minute.
I wasn't ready. I wasn't going to do you last. Come on now.
Oh, okay. I was like, Jesus Christ, please don't do that on
We've
me.
got to let Cena's #1 fan go first.
Exactly.
There you go. Yeah, Manuel. Yeah, Manuel. Go ahead.
Isn't it perfect? He's in the middle, by the way, of all of us.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then after Cena's #1 fan, we can go to the person who actually flew to Texas to meet nobody.
That's what I was thinking. Thank you,
for a
JJ.
random ass photo with the backdrop. What the fuck?
Well, you know,
Manuel, I have my chancla right next to me, Manuel.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And you know, being a Latino, it never misses.
Ain't gotta get hot about it.
Damn, here we go with the chocolate thread.
all right. Hold
And
on.
look,
We need
I'm
moderate for
not
this
a
one.
Latino. I'm not a Latino. I'm not Mexican, but I know a chocolate
I know
throw
what
like a
chocolate
boomerang. That shit will.
Those you don't want to get hit by those. You'd be fucked if you do.
And Manuel, I just want to say,
You're bringing up bad childhood memory.
before you say anything, Emmanuel, you are going to be in the same area come November in San Diego. So go ahead and speak your thoughts on this match. Who wins in the last time, John Cena or Brock Lesnar?
Before you say your thoughts, reminding you, I did pay to get the John Cena chair at Survivor Series.
she might use it in a different way too.
I didn't know
Go
that.
ahead.
All right, well then I'll be good. I promise.
I didn't know John Cena had its own tier, so that's something new. Anyways,
No, he didn't have his own chair. You could add on the chair, which I
So
did.
is it just a solid black chair with no picture?
Yes.
So you can stare at it and go, look at this photograph.
Hey,
What the fuck?
Who made that?
Who made that? Jeff?
Jeff? Thank you, good sir. Thank you, good sir.
What the hell? I'm getting rid of that after this freaking
Sure as fuck
27.
are not.
Yes, I am.
Don't disrespect your
Jeff,
founding
send it
father's
to me
work
via
there.
PM. That way it can be saved for posterity.
Bloody hell. After the 27th, we are never speaking this Canadian bullshit again. It'll be the last time Nickelback's brought up on this freaking environment.
Motherfucker with the
Emmanuel,
joke.
speak John Cena and Brock Lesnar.
That would be too bad.
I know. Right? I hope Brock Lesnar beats John Cena so badly that he cancels his last 5 dates in his contract and retire right there. That's what I hope to see from Brock Lesnar to destroy John Cena, so we get this crap out of this way. I don't care.
Why
I don't
is
care
he being
about the
such a hater?
because I
Why is-
never liked John Cena. John Cena.
Yeah, well, John Cena doesn't like you.
Damn.
Well, then,
Damn, we're getting hot up in this shit.
what the hell? I didn't expect a robbery to happen here.
Well, Jeff, this means war.
No.
I'll just say the truth. Like,
War games!
I hope Brock Lesnar destroys John Cena, but we're not gonna get that because I don't know Brock Lesnar's new contract. Is he permanent now, or is it just this one type of match? If it's a one-time match, then John Cena's gonna win this match. So what's the point of hoping Brock Lesnar's gonna win this match? If Brock Lesnar's gonna be full-time, then I could see Brock Lesnar winning. But we don't know that. It could be a one-match deal. So I guess say John Cena, because I don't know the contract of Brock Lesnar right now, and with the allegations and everything like that, I'm not sure how much faith that he has with Brock Lesnar. Maybe and they're just doing this as John Cena's final request, and they said that. So if people are pissed off Brock Lesnar is in this pay-per-view, blame John Cena. That's all I have to say. Because they love John Cena. He did his time. He gave him money. They pushed the stars when there's no more stars. When Stone Cold went off, Rock went off, Brock left off, and there's nobody left. And that's what we got. And thank you for Stephanie McMahon for hearing John Cena rap, or no, he had no career right now, as we speak, because they could have been anybody doing that rap. Let's face facts. So don't give me this crap that John Cena is this great of a wrestler when majority of his title reign are bland and boring, and that's why people were hating on him once he got the title. Why would you hate on a guy who's so over that you had to boo him and make it a gimmick change from rapper to never give up Hogan style to the military? It's like it's easy booking. John Cena got influenced with the Hulk Hogan route. That's why I never liked John Cena, to be honest, because he reminds me so much of Hogan that I cannot support that. Get your own gimmick, get your own stuff, get better matches. I know there's people that carry John Cena that make those matches.
Let him finish.
But I get it. It takes two to get tangled. But for me, like CM Punk made that match when he took that title against John Cena. There's a lot of Cena matches were not that good, and that's why it's so forgettable.
Okay, then. Eminem once wrote a song called "Forget About Dr. Dre." I know clearly wants to forget about John Cena. Okay, then. So the opening ballot with the John Cena hate, he still picked John Cena to win, so maybe the Tilla won't kill him. All right, so let's go from the biggest Cena hater to the biggest Cena supporter, not Jeff Meacham. The Tilla. I will tell you this, 77% did go with John Cena to win, but I do think people are partisan to history because the other 23% did go with Brock Lesnar. Now, again, this is the last time. There will not be a do-over. There will not be another. There will not be another John Cena Brock Lesnar encounter. This is it, period. Point blank simple. Attila, do you think John Cena finally gets what some might say might be the most elusive win of his career?
I don't know why you asked me that now. You should know what my answer is going to be.
Well, I never know. Sometimes you might surprise me, and rarely do I hear you on Cindy predicting, so I have to get some sort of context from you.
Well, okay. Sorry, there was a motorcycle passing by.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, you know who I'm gonna pick, John Cena.
See?
But that should have been more obvious.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'm not gonna use a Pokemon reference, Noah.
Hey, look, we've already had music, we've had Canadian bands, we had Nickelback, so why not bring the fuck the anime? We already had video game talk, so I mean, all the aspects of anime entertainment at this point. Fuck it.
But this is I understand Emmanuel's point, okay? Because the same reasons that he listed are the same reasons I disliked Roman Reigns. Honestly, it took me disliking Roman Reigns to understand why people dislike John Cena so much. Honestly, that it really, if this conversation would have happened like 10, 15 years ago, I probably would have just ignored everything Emmanuel said and try to counter him. But I get his points and I do understand his points. Like I said, it took me disliking Roman Reigns to understand why people hated John Cena so much, because just like Cena, Roman was shoved down our throats. Roman was painted as the face of the company when people obviously were booing him. And it wasn't that he was a bad wrestler; it's just his booking. So I understand his points. I'm not mad at his points because he's correct. But and as a John Cena fan, I can admit that.
Respect.
Because, when I think of his feud with AJ Styles, even I thought that AJ Styles should have won that feud SummerSlam 2016. So I am picking John Cena because this is the last time we're getting Cena versus Lesnar. But I do understand Emmanuel's points. I'm not mad at his points because he is correct. Like I said, same reason why I dislike Roman Reigns until he became the tribal chief.
And then you acknowledged him.
Yes, and then I acknowledged him. Yeah, but like I said, I understand his points, and I get why he disliked John Cena. It's the same reason why so many people dislike John Cena. So I get it. I'm not mad at him because he's right. So that's all I have to say.
Okay, fair enough. Hi, Jeff. So, Brock Lesnar, John Cena, they first faced each other back in 2002. Here we are 23 years later for the last time. And ironically enough, about halfway through that, you witnessed the last time they faced each other on a grand stage before Night of Champions. So, this should be interesting. So, I guess I'll still ask you this before I let you speak. What started with drama, do you think finally will give you, in its final showcasing, relief? What do you think about this match?
Look, I don't like that it's happening, and I understand all of it. Like, I get the business thing. I get that for whatever reason, John, with his ability to dictate how this goes, added Lesnar to the list. Like, I get it. He knows that a lot of longtime fans want to see them go again. I can't deny that. All right.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, this is fucked up. And for me, I'm just so over the place with it. My prediction is ultimately that Cena wins because, God, why would he not win the last time? It would be. I will tell you this: if Cena does not win this match with Brock Lesnar, then shenanigans will take a whole other turn at the top of that following hour. I will say that because I will be beyond verklempt. For real. I will be just so. If he throws him around the ring like he did 11 years ago, I'm not even gonna be on the fucking show. Like, I'm not going to be on. I'm telling you that right now.
That's fair.
I'm not fucking dealing with that. I'm not.
He nearly murdered
that again.
That's fair.
I had the benefit of having friends pull me out of the arena after SummerSlam. If I'm going to be on the air, no, I'm kind of good. I'm kind of good. But if it's booked better than that shit, and Cena doesn't win, then I'll just be on here pissed off about the booking. But yeah, I can't figure out any of this for the life of me, really, as a human being. But on this space, I just can't, much like I can't see Cody dropping the title at some random ass thrown together thing. I can't see John Cena not beating Brock Lesnar on John Cena's way out.
Fair enough. JJ, WWE Backlash 2003 was the first time John Cena and Brock faced each other on what was called, period of the time, PLE. Then you go to Extreme Rules when Brock came back during the John Laurinaitis era, and he beat him under Extreme Rules. Then, of course, we go to SummerSlam. Enough said. Night of Champions. That was the last one-on-one encounter back in 2014. So this will be their fifth singles pay-per-view encounter in both men's respective careers. Last time they were in the ring together was Triple Threat, Seth Rollins. He was there. Royal Rumble 2015. I look at one-on-one because it's the purest form of these two men that have been linked together since OVW. So what do you think about this match? Go ahead, JJ. Your thoughts.
I mean, Cena's going to get this. I like everybody else, I don't foresee a world where John Cena doesn't get this.
Mm-hmm.
Unless, and this is some big time tinfoil hat speculation shit, but I'm the fantasy booker of the group, so let me run here. Let me cook.
Go for it, bro.
John Cena does still win, but he wins via disqualification because Brock won't stop fucking him up. Much to Jeff's hatred, and he's probably going to throw up again hearing that. But Cena has like 5 dates left.
Correct.
Now that they've announced Saudi Mania in 2027, what are the odds that they beat the piss out of Cena and collect those last 5 dates heading into that Mania? I'm just saying, like, do I want them to do that? No, I don't. I don't think any of us truly want it, because that means that Emmanuel's got to wait 1.5 years before he can finally not have to see Cena again. But I feel like Cena's going to be the one guy to put his foot down and say, I'm done. I'm not coming back. But if he contractually has dates left, they can cash that in.
If they hadn't already announced the dates after Saturday, I would be willing to line up with your line of thinking. I'm telling you that okay. What time is it? 8:57 p.m. Pacific on Tuesday, the 16th of September.
It's Morphin time or Adventure time or Clobbering time.
It's
if
Tiffy
John
time.
Cena is not at the Survivor Series after he's already been announced, I'll go because the seat's paid for. But I am going to be an unapologetic son of a bitch about complaining about it afterwards. That will piss me the fuck off so much. Especially since he's on the chair. Tatilla just talked about it. If they pull him from that PLE, I hate San Diego as it is anyway because of the fucking Padres. And because the whole town smells like fucking ocean. Like bad ocean. Like that bad fish smell, right?
What?
It does. It fucking reeks. The whole town stinks like shit. It's awful. If John Cena's on this show after he's been advertised, I am going to be an unapologetic piece of shit about it. I swear to God I will.
Okay.
And if they have him not be on the show at Survivor Series by writing him off of the Lesnar beatdown, fuck me. They're going to throw me off YouTube for good.
And just to add, Jeff is looking as forward to this match as he's looking forward to seeing Corey Perry skate onto the ice in a Kings jersey.
You're evil.
Thank you, Jay.
You are wrong, JJ, on so many levels. That was
Now, was
messed
that
up.
vomit because of the concussions or because of the reference? Because it could be either.
Both. Why not both?
We don't need to know the context of that. I'm
No,
just saying.
I have never not wanted to be part of King's opening night more than October 7th. Oh my God. Fuck me. I am so glad I have a Disney day with my Vegas friends 2 days after, because Jesus Christ. I'm going to need some freaking detox time after that shit. Whether the King's win or not.
That's going to be your therapy, basically.
Shit, yes, dude. Disney is therapy for real, folks. I'm telling you, man.
I'll take your word for it. I got my own version. Manuel, I do see your account, but that being said, while JJ did cook a unique dish, he did pick John Cena to win. So far, it's 4 for John Cena. Manuel, got a fart real quick before I go to Walter.
Yeah, I'm about to tell Jeff. Unfortunately, JJ could be right. I mean, Chuck due to change, the card it would never be finalized. And second of all, I went to the 2018 Royal Rumble match, and people expected John Cena because he said he was going to be there, but he canceled in the last minute. So it will be the first time John Cena has bailed out on a pay-per-view. And
all I'm going to say is this. I get that. All I'm going to say is this. He's got 5 dates left. He's not going to shill the fans on these 5 dates. I'll be damned if he did. All right? Seriously. That would be the most foolish thing he would ever have done in his entire career versus sell his soul to the route that left nowhere but a fucking... You know what? Not going to go there. I was about to say a word that was wrong, even though I'm half black, but it is what it is when it came to that WrestleMania kibosh. Okay. That being said...
To your point, I couldn't see Cena completely dissing the fans. I'd see him showing up, but going out in each city and basically doing this is not how I expected my last appearance here to be. I will make it up to you.
Yeah, reconciliation. That's fair. All right. Well, Walter, outside of disqualification, Night of Champions, do you call that a win? I don't. Last time John Cena legitimately beat Brock Lesnar, it took a steel chain, steel steps, and cutting Brock Lesnar open at Extreme Rules 2012. So technically he's beaten him before, but I don't think he's ever beat him under traditional circumstance. So Walter, what do you got to say regarding this?
Suplex City, bitch. I think Brock wins. And it's to JJ's point, it's because he's going to beat him down so bad that they can milk the 5 dates for a little while, because his dates are in November. They're later on. So how do you explain him not being on TV until then? You beat the shit out of him here. So, unfortunately, Suplex City, bitch. I think Lesnar beats him. And it's because Cena had his heel run, his Super Cena thing when he won the title. Now he can go back to losing. He can lose and look up the lights, and then his very last match, win and ride off into the sunset. So, I think he has it in his head where he's giving back to the business because everybody made excuses of how much he win. So he can lose now and then win the very last match. So I think he goes back into Suplex City. The beatdown happens so they could put the 5 dates over several months. So me and JJ were kind of on the same line except the winner thing. So I'm gonna go with Lesnar.
Okay, then. Wow, I thought this was actually going to be unanimous, honestly. And to your point, I didn't think about that. You're right. He has no dates for October. The next date is literally in November. So
he does have Crown Jewel. He is announced for Australia.
He is announced for that, though. Okay, so
but that's almost a month from now.
Technically, yes, and still. All right, fair enough. But that being said, I say John Cena wins. Simple as that. I'm going to keep this one brief because I knew that everyone else was going to have a lot to say about this. And I'd like everyone else to speak more than me because I speak enough when I do the freaking commentary. Again, not about me, it's about wrestling. All right. Well, that being said, Charles.
All the wrestling?
Yeah, all the wrestling. Damn it.
Damn it.
Yes, always.
I know you don't do movies, Noah, but you're literally the Kevin Smith of the crew. Kevin Smith writes all of his movies. So in the movies, he plays a character called Silent Bob who has like one line of dialogue the entire movie. You keep it simple. Don't say much on simply predicting, because you're the guy talking through all the watch-alongs. You are very much the Kevin Smith of the crew.
All right, I'll take that banner.
Which I think that makes me the J to your Silent Bob, the loud, foul mouth. No, that's James. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
I was gonna say who's Silent the Noah here, and then that's about Jay. I'm tired.
You never heard of James Silent Bob Strike Back? They were on the Canadian. Since we're talking about Canada, they were in the Canadian TV show Degrassi.
They were indeed.
So who's Ben Affleck and Matt Damon between you two, Jeff and JJ?
That's me and Jeff right there. I
By the
think
way-
Jeff would have to be Affleck because he's been in the Bat Superverse, and I'd be
By the
Matt
way-
Damon.
By the way, Ben Affleck literally played Batman. How the hell didn't you get Matt Damon to do Robin? Like, they're literally the Batman and Robin of acting. They're in each other's movies. They've been
Too
best
obvious.
friends forever.
Too obvious.
JJ said it for me.
That sounds more obvious than a WWE prediction. It sounds like coming up here. Good grief! Now we got into Canadian television movies. Great.
Affleck was
Okay.
also Daredevil, so you could have had
Christ.
the Foggy be Matt Damon.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really like his version of Daredevil, honestly.
Nobody else did either. It's okay.
Yeah, but I was saying, does
I didn't
Daredevil?
mind it. Anyways,
Didn't
no,
mind
get
it, but you
control.
didn't. Yeah.
Yeah, but I was saying,
JJ, you and I same thought process. Thank you for that one.
Daredevil sounds like one of those irrelevant heroes you don't hear
Real
much about.
quick now,
You
before
don't
we
know
go
who
to Charles,
Daredevil is, Noah?
I do, but Jeff, what do you guys say?
I just want to show the chair that Attila was trying to show. It was kind of blurry on the screen.
There you go.
That's the separate commemorative chair they sold as part of the Survivor Series on sale. Like that's not just for the ringsiders, that you could actually just buy that chair by itself. I think it's kind of cool for people that can afford it. Get on in, man. You know.
Hey, look, Cena's already sitting on it.
That's right. There you go. So for those of
All
you
I
who want to
see
sit
are
on
the
John's
words, "The last
face,
time is
There
now,"
you go.
and I see a circle.
God damn it, JJ.
I see it.
So for
But this,
everybody that wants to
but this
actually
look like a Pokeball.
for everybody that wants to literally sit on John as opposed to shit on him, there you go. There it is. Anyway.
Jesus. All right, and just had everybody else.
Xenazard, I choose you.
Oh, right you. I got right you. But if we were doing starters, I gotta go with Squirtle. I'm sorry. I gotta go with Squirtle.
No, what's happening?
Well, from the Kanto region. From Johto, I go with Cyndaquil or Chikorita.
I'm sorry, it looks like a Pokeball.
Walter did the gratuitous dad's walk off.
He
I'm
sure did. He stole the gimmick. It's all right.
I'm attempting to walk off, but I moderate this, so I can't. So I'm just gonna keep going here because if we talk any more about Pokemon, I'm gonna rant. Fuck that shit.
Wait,
Charles.
were you gonna get into Pokemon? What did Pokemon ever do to you? Were you a Digimon fan or something?
Irrelevant. It is absolutely and definitely irrelevant. It is as much irrelevant as any Yu-Gi-Oh remake, as a Power Rangers remake, as SpongeBob still exists. It's fucking unoriginal, irrelevant television.
So I think you're a
And
Digimon
now-
fan?
And I know is probably just upset just about every fan base who he just mentioned.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And one of the Power Ranger fans is in this thing right now. It's Attila.
At the end of the day, she doesn't agree with my opinion, but I am what I am. They're the reason I say fuck television.
He is what he is, and all that he is. Boop boop. Thank you, Papa.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's not an insult.
Yeah.
That's just a fact of life.
Yeah.
Charles,
Huh?
what talk?
Yeah.
John Cena, Brock Lesnar, your pick.
Yeah, Cena's winning this. It's like Cena should not lose a match until his final match at this point. It was like Brock's gonna stay around after this. He's signed for multi-years, so he's gonna be around. It's like he can lose, and there we go, and move on. Cena would have won.
There you go. Fucking hell. Freaking One Piece is still on, and that show freaking doesn't have no ending.
Noah, stop.
I heard One Piece is gonna end soon.
Yeah, right. I'll believe it when I see it.
What the world with Walter?
What the fuck is happening on Walter's screen?
Charmander,
Oh,
Well,
Slowpoke.
Slowpoke.
Oh my gosh. It's Who's That's Pokemon with Walter Cruz.
No,
I
it's
quit.
guess that Pokemon.
No,
Oh yeah,
I quit.
yeah.
I absolutely quit. That's it. I'm done. I'm
Gengar.
absolutely
Dang,
CM
done.
Punk,
I'm turning my
AJ
resignation after the night.
Bulbasaur.
Seth Rollins, we like to apologize.
No, you're laughing. I
We're
see a
gonna
smirk on your face. You're loving this.
Yeah,
No,
My son
I'm
took
losing
my
my mind.
Squirtle to college with him.
Oh,
I'm losing my damn mind right now. This is so beyond
So
fucking.
that's one of those Mimikyu or the Pikachu.
Again.
May WWE never go to Japan. All right.
I got more.
I thought they were
put
going
them all
to
in my
Japan.
hand.
Oh fuck me.
they can go to Japan just fine now. Roddy's not with the company anymore.
Hey.
Oh, wait till I get the worst one. Wait.
There's more.
Oh, here we go.
Walter,
Oh
well,
god.
everyone else here tries to become a Pokemon master, and I just want to literally throw them off the edge of the freaking planet.
Wow.
wow.
John Cena,
Look, no one doesn't
78
want to catch them all.
Apparently, he doesn't.
John Cena, 78%. Brock Lesnar, 22%. Okay. Well, despite the fact that I might have high blood pressure, but Lord knows I'm somehow still alive and kicking. And despite the fact that I absolutely hate everything right now going on in the fucking world of entertainment and television, why don't we go? Yes, Jeff, I do see you got.
No, my hand's not up. I'm just trying to point, and my drunken fucking can't make a point. There it is. Get to the main event already, for the love of God, please.
Yes, for the love of God, can we please
God and
get
everything
to
else
the main event?
Worship.
Whether AJ Lee's a Pokemon fan, I'll let Tilla figure that out herself. Let's go ahead and talk about the main event. Christ almighty. It's 7
Wait a minute.
First,
Ooh, this thing weighs 60 pounds. Alicia and my son are going to hold it.
Really? 60 pounds? Is it Snorlax?
Jesus.
Oh, I was right. It's Snorlax.
It's
Freaking
huge.
Storl.
6 feet tall thing.
Where'd you get that?
I think it emasculates me just looking at it. Jesus.
It's very hard to tell. You very hard to see in the camera. That's how.
Down lower.
No, we don't want to go down lower. This should become X-rated up in here. Wait a minute. What are we doing?
Whoa,
It is
whoa,
my
whoa,
wife,
whoa. We don't
bro.
go low.
Hey, it is my wife.
There it is.
There's music with it. That's the best part. What is happening right now?
Here, I told you not to open my window. Damn California bugs.
get that out of there.
No.
Wait, you don't like the California Dreamy?
I don't like these bugs.
And
Because we
welcome
lost.
back to the
Man,
most
go to bed. It's 9:30.
Welcome back to the most fucking ridiculous edition of Simply Predicting Ever. I am the moderator of this madness. My name is Noah Foster. We have officially reached the end of the show because it's time for our main event. So without further ado, while we're talking about stuff that I fucking hate, who knows? AJ Lee, she's a nerd, she's a geek, she might actually like.
Do you want us to talk about Koleoko?
No, because that anime died after 92 episodes, and that was the last time I cared about
Who else
it.
you hate? Because I got a bunch of anime plushies.
Stop it, you fucking stop it.
Now
Let's
damn
talk
curious, Walter.
Let's talk about AJ Lee and CM Punk versus Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins. Lee pins Lynch. That's my prediction. Walter, you're next. Who do you got to say about this match? Then we'll go to Tilda and other people. Walter, what do you got to say with AJ Lee's return?
Shit, we went off the rails so much I forgot there was still a match to talk about.
I'm saying.
I fucking wonder why.
AJ Lee and CM Punk. Like, there's no way they are not gonna pull the trigger on her return.
So,
Biggest pop in the world. The most anticipated person to come back as soon as they kind of teased it. I mean, she got a chant for therapy, my God, to go on TV.
I need
There's
therapy
no
after
way
tonight.
she's not. They're winning,
they
and
were chanting constipated at them last night. That shit was
Yeah.
ridiculous.
exactly.
That is the most
And Shank,
ridiculous
she's
thing I've
Puerto
ever heard.
Rican. She's Shank's chick.
Shut
I loved
up.
it. But yeah, there's no way. They're winning, and AJ Lee's getting the pin on top of that.
So,
All right.
who's
So,
going next? I'm sorry.
You're fine, Jeff.
Okay.
I mean, if anyone else says anything besides AJ Lee gets the win for her team, then you are stuck in gear stupid, in my opinion. I don't see any other way you do this. And so far, everyone else agrees with you and with me, Walter. It's 100% unanimous for AJ
I go as
Lee
far
and
as-
CM Punk.
If I was them, I would have AJ Lee pin Seth, just as a
Okay.
just
That would
cherry
be
on
cool.
top.
So, I'm gonna. Would you say you were if you win against AJ? Stupid, something stupid. Okay, so
Stuck in gear.
Okay, I'm gonna say why it's not.
Go ahead.
The rumor is it's going to be Team Seth versus Team Punk at Survivor Series, War Games or whatever, right? I'm just saying. Just saying.
No.
Noah's losing his mind more than I'm drinking. That's a pretty hefty look because I'm fucking drinking plenty. If you have a God damn it.
Oh my God! Get
That
that
is my go-to gif on everything, especially in a couple weeks when hockey starts, because much like the Cowboys are already out of the playoffs mathematically, even though they've only had 2 games, the Kings are already out of the playoffs. They haven't even started yet. For the love of God, it is what it is.
Yeah, that's gonna be
Hey, how about them Angels already out? Fucking no cut. Asshole.
Coming up next time on Sports Center.
The Angels were out in spring training.
This is ESPN Ocho.
Oh.
If anybody got that reference.
I understand that reference.
The Angels were out during spring training.
Angels have been out since 2002 when they sold fucking Artie and his geographically impaired ass.
This
Anyway,
is being talked about more than it's going to be talked about on the fucking horn on ESPN, for Pete's sake. I don't have the horn on freaking sound. Go ahead, Jeff.
you wish you had the horn so you could stop the madness. If you're going to have these entities go into War Games, you can't have the opening salvo be a straight babyface win. That's just not how wrestling should be booked. It might be booked that way. And, I personally, from a personal standpoint, I want AJ and Punk to beat the fuck out of these two. Like, I really do. But when you think of, JJ, say it with me, long-term storytelling, you've got to have the first salvo, the first fight, have a reason. If the heels lose, well, they were supposed to lose. They did the wrong. If they lose right away, then why? It has to get so much more. It's already a blood feud as it is. So the only way I see a win for AJ and Punk not leading us to the path we think it's supposed to. And again, we're not insiders. We don't know what's happening in the booking room in Connecticut. Not yet, anyway, because they haven't aired it on Real yet. They will, but not. Yeah. They haven't shown us the story yet. If they do beforehand, that's kind of stupid.
I mean, the first thing that was stupid. Continue.
I don't want them to win, but I have a feeling that Becky and Seth are going to win on Saturday, just for the purposes. I know I picked the Vision earlier, but I've been thinking about it, and maybe it's the liquid courage permeating my brain over my liver. I don't know, but I just have this gut feeling that they're going to win.
We've seen WWE 9 out of 10 times fall 50-50 booking, but to your point, it's not always straight and narrow like that. So again, I won't completely rule it out, but it will be a WTF, I feel like, in most outlooks that they win.
I don't want them to win. I'm making that clear. As much as I don't want Brock Lesnar to throw John halfway across the arena, I want Seth and Becky to lose even more. Like, I really do want that to be a thing because I am so happy AJ's back.
Right.
But that Booker in me, that evil little bastard on my shoulder is going, hello, what about this part? And you know what? He's not wrong.
Jury is out. That's fair. All right, let's go to JJ next. We're just going to go right down the road until Tilla close things last. So, JJ, you're up next. So, what are your thoughts towards that? Now, we did see AJ Lee take her first bump, by the way, last night, Monday Night Raw, when Becky hit the manhandle slam on her. So, arguably right there already, WWE booking would dictate, oh, she got dropped. The heels have the momentum. What happens at the PLE? You fill in the rest. But again, in the first on ESPN, do we follow that reality level of storytelling? Or do they make this feel like something different in a competition sense where you feel like the right side should win, will win? But I still think it's not going to be simply clean. We know that Becky and Seth are going to have tricks up their sleeve, if not the Seth Riders somehow in some capacity. What you got to say about this, JJ? Cook, boil, simmer. I don't care what you do. I'm not Gordon Ramsay. I'm not going to criticize you. Go ahead.
See, the $1 million question here is wherein lies the end of this story?
Exactly. And we've been talking about WrestleMania just with Punk and Seth, quote unquote. Now you have AJ Lee that adds a whole new dynamic to that story and arguably reinvigorating the main roster for women's wrestling.
And I think this is AJ's story, not Punk's story at this point, because we just brought AJ back.
Ding, ding.
I don't know how long they can make Becky versus AJ riveting must-see television. Therefore, I see the end of this at War Games. Just like we think it'll be Team Punk versus Team Seth, it'll be Team AJ versus Team Becky.
Yeah.
So with that logic, if that's the case, I'm going to go to the holy trilogy of movies. A New Hope, The Rebel Alliance, one destroying the Death Star. Empire Strikes Back, Vader wins. Cuts Luke's hand off. Han is frozen in carbonite. The Empire has the W. Return of the Jedi, the Rebels destroy the second Death Star and win again. This is A New Hope. The Rebels win. Come Crown Jewel, AJ versus Becky. One-on-one for the Intercontinental title, probably. Becky can get her comeuppance.
So you're saying
Come
AJ's
War
going to get
Games.
her hand chopped
Let him
off?
finish. Let him finish.
Can I finish talking?
Yeah.
My computer's about to die here.
Go ahead, JJ.
Come War Games, Team AJ defeats Team Lynch.
Fair enough. Again, we've seen how many things happen in hat tricks. We've also seen chapters, Jeff, in a story before the finish, and we've also seen other characters introduced in other stories, per se. It doesn't get more character-induced and relatable than fucking husband and wife on both sides of villain and hero. So what do you guys say as a rebuttal real quick?
Well, just really quick, JJ, have you seen NXT for tonight? And are you okay if I spoil it? If not,
I produced the watch along. I didn't actually watch it, but I heard Noah and Walter call the whole thing.
okay. Because based on what I've seen in clips and what I've heard discussed, it looks like it's going to be NXT versus TNA knockouts in some sort of major thing. I mean, they were teasing all over social media all night. Every freaking TNA knockout was up in their shit about tonight's show.
It wasn't just knockouts. It was other people too. It was Mustafa Ali. It was Santana.
Yeah.
I shared a bunch of those tweets during the watch along. If you had watched our coverage,
I'm sorry. I was actually doing responsibility stuff around here.
No, just
I apologize for that. We're trying to sell this fucking house. Sorry, but it just seems to me like they're leaning both War Games, or at least some sort of thing with NXT versus TNA, which may negate the whole thought process of Seth versus Punk's team anyway.
But we've also said that they can do old school Survivor Series type of matches along with the War Games.
And we've been asking.
So there's no reason that Team Becky, Team AJ can't be a traditional match.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And that's what I would lean more toward as far as that goes. Although, if they're going to absolutely have men's War Games and women's War Games, I think those should be the blood feuds, not necessarily the TNA versus NXT. Because yes, there's brand pride, but I don't think those are going to warrant the blood feud type story that War Games would normally dictate. Mm-hmm. So I love your trilogy proposal, and you are the Star Wars guy. I'm not going to negate that theory because you're absolutely right. That works on the surface. That's the beauty of wrestling. We don't know what's going to happen Saturday. We don't know what's going to happen at Crown Jewel, and I don't know what's going to happen in the middle of Petco Park, other than me realizing, oh no, I'm in San Diego on purpose. Other than that, we don't know what's going to happen.
Again, that's fair. And again, how many times have we seen a hat trick or 3 acts in a story to the finish? It's as old as Playwrights itself, done by William Shakespeare. course, those are older X as well in between. But again, just putting it out there since WWE wants to be so theatric and cinematic to the point they hope to get an Oscar and Emmy. Not going to happen. Maybe an ESPY. That being said, Datsila, let's go to you next on this. What do you guys say regarding this mixed tag? Again, I think the foregone conclusion, regardless of how you look at the story with Punk and Seth being the end game to these four, this is AJ's first match back. She has to win the opening act, I would think, right?
Well, before I get into that, I may not have watched NXT, but I do keep up with stuff on Twitter. People are tweeting an NXT TNA Invasion. So maybe they bring back the Invasion pay-per-view instead of having this stuff conclude at War Games.
I mean, they've already used old ECW trademarks and WCW trademarks, and with
And-
TNA being with NXT acquisition, it kind of could be a possibility.
Yeah, and I mean, if they're going to continue going head-to-head with AEW, I'm sure they want to, when is Homecoming?
Tonight. It's already over.
No, AEW Homecoming, Noah.
Next month, I believe.
So
Yeah,
it would make
it's
sense
the
if it goes
title
head-to-head.
Tuesday.
Gotcha. Thank you, Jay. Continue.
So, oh yeah, but I pick AJ and Punk to win this. I don't think they're gonna have her lose her first match back.
October 7th and 8th. Opening night for the Kings and the next night. I'll be away from the TVs altogether. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, you got your phone if you want to keep up with feeds. I'm sure that the highlight reels will cover you, or shorts.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. So we got AJ. You're thinking in the back of your mind.
Yeah. Damn it, I'm so happy. You know what? I'm not in a predictions league, so I don't really. My points don't matter to y'all. Fuck it. Seth and Becky win, just for the anarchy of it.
You know what? Your points matter just as much as anybody else, Jeff, because at the end of the day, you're a wrestling fan that's invested. And you saw my reaction, folks. I haven't given a fuck about the WWE to this degree for a match in a long fucking time. And AJ Lee makes me believe something special could happen in WWE again for women's professional
Oh, too bad James isn't here.
Yeah, I'm about to say, we would kill James here, but it's all right. And trust me, it's all good. Okay, so that being said, AJ, Seth. Walter, what do you
The
guys say?
Lopez versus the Brooks.
I started it, no?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, again, there's been a whole lot of madness galore. I couldn't even think straight. I forgot between your Pokemon thing. Again, turns out what AJ Lee's a fan of that. We're not going to bring that shit up ever again. All right.
What kind of Pokemon are you?
No.
I caught him. I caught a lot, not all.
You waste way too much time on that. Golly. Moving on. That being said, go play Pokemon Snap on your Switch. You want to deal with that nonsense. Charles. Rollins and Lynch or Punk and Lee? Who do you got?
I hate the fact that Jeff somehow was also in my brain because that's what I'm going to. Unfortunately. Damn it. Yes.
Was yours alcohol fueled too?
No. I was legit thinking that the whole time before the show, before we got on here, and now you just made me more fun of it. Yeah. That's what's going to happen.
Wow.
Seth and Becky are going to win. And as far as it's going to lead to everything else, I expect Seth Punk's their field's going to end in one match in particular down the line. After all, Punk and McIntyre was in it last year. Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, we were talking about that on one show or the other. I forget what it was, but yeah, those guys got to end up in the cell at some point. Like that's the ultimate singles blood feud end.
Yeah,
like literally,
the
it's
end game.
It's like
Not
right
anymore.
here.
They watered it down so damn much.
Well, no. You know what though? They've restored it after they took away the Red Credit Hate bullshit.
Exactly.
And also last year's the McIntyre Punk match.
That was so good.
That was so
It's
good.
like this Punk and Rollins feud has to end in that cell. It can't end any other way.
Yeah.
It has to end that cell. It'll be kind of weird if they do it any other way, but like you don't do Hell in a Cell, it's right in your face.
Yeah, we were talking about like that would be almost as big, even if the title wasn't involved in the scenario. like I still think it should be for the world title, but if you throw it in the cell, then we have the uniqueness of the Hell in the Cell being for the world championship for the first time at WrestleMania, which is a unique wrinkle.
Right, exactly. Because the last time we saw that there we go. At WrestleMania was 39 and just a grudge bout, and it was more overruled by movie sponsorship. This actually is legitimate, and Hell in a Cell and in hell, literally, it writes itself. That to me was always interpreted to me as an end game, even more than a freaking gimmick TLC ladder, last man standing, etc. A gimmick match that's an end game to me is Hell in a Cell. So honestly, Seth and freaking Punk makes sense for that. Okay,
that's why I'm going with Becky.
Right, yeah, that's the other reason. If you're gonna have that end game of the whole thing, which is really Seth and Punk, be Mania far enough in advance, then having Seth and Becky win now just fuels the fire for November, and then that's how you carry it in. Is the heels gotta God damn it, the baby faces have to slip on the banana peel occasionally too.
Yes, exactly.
Man, if you took a sip every time we said end game tonight, you would be succumbed to fucking alcohol poisoning.
Look, no one has the Infinity Gauntlet, so there you go.
This is also accurate. All right, fair enough.
Just saying.
No, you're absolutely you're spot on there. All right, well, War Games identity aside, and LOL at this point, considering that you just throw anybody in there because we're a baddie, he's a goodie. We'll talk more about that later. Because again, we summoned our PLE before that, but this is WrestlePalooza. And as far as what Joseph Satori told us, but again, cards predict the change. Is that match justified to be the main, or is this a bigger point because it's a bigger story? What's bigger, again, in WWE? What is more important in a WWE PLE to close with? Within our championship. Emmanuel, what do you guys say regarding this mixed tag? AJ Lee and CM Punk versus Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch. Who you got?
I mean, I would agree with Jeff and Charles if this was a title for like if CM Punk and AJ Lee were both fighting for Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins titles in this pay-per-view, but since it's not, they could take the L. To be honest, that's fact. It's AJ's debut back to wrestling. I think that's more evident in how Raw ended as well. That's another indication where it's going. But for me, I think that the end game, it has to be Punk versus Seth at WrestleMania and Hell in a Cell. That's the end game and that's one thing that Punk hasn't done yet. Won a Royal Rumble match because a Elimination Chamber match winning, it won't do anything for him. But a Rumble match that he has one last opportunity to face Rollins in the title match. That's the end game. That's the long-term storytelling they want. Do they want to be telling? Because if they end in War Games, it'd be like, what was the point if he's never going to get the title? So, and Seth was never going to lose that title against Punk. So it's for me, that's the end game. Punk needs to win this title eventually, but not till WrestleMania. That's
fair enough. End of the story is Punk wins the championship and overcomes Limit Villain of WrestleMania. But here is the opening saga of, let's just call it what it is, Seth Punk Act 2. Now starring AJ Lee and Becky Lynch. AJ Lee wins, in my opinion. She's going to drop Becky Lynch. The title be damned for now, although that title looked very nice with her, and it would be nice to see a new workhorse. But AJ freaking needs to win this, in my opinion. If nothing else, we need to justify why we missed AJ Lee for 10 fucking years. That's what's most important this Saturday. But bottom line, I think AJ Lee should be rendered in a capacity in the decision, the winner. AJ Lee. And Punk. All right. Well, I think that about covers everything on this wild 5-match card. And for once, I think WWE actually might break the banner when it comes to women fight the women, men fight the men. I think we're going to see a little bit of intergender warfare here, which will further add to how realistic of a blood feud this is, even in a WWE environment. Walter, I see your hand. What you got to say real quick?
I just want to tell you, for somebody who doesn't work on Tuesdays, you sure got a hell of a lot of overtime.
Well, once in a while, I guess I sometimes go above and beyond the call of duty for my friends and for professional wrestling. Damn it.
What did you save the world from an impending doom?
I highly doubt that, honestly. Besides, if this world burns, I'll be asleep, dead to it. Well,
Will it burn to the ground?
I don't know about that.
He's gonna burn it down.
Moving on.
Fire of the light.
Moving on. I think that's all we got to say regarding these matters. So, folks, what do you expect to see happening here this Saturday, WrestlePalooza? Will this encourage you to continue to follow WWE for the ESPN service? Are you hoping for big things for AJ Lee and Herbert return back to WWE? Do you want to see winning the championship this soon? Does Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes be the curtain jerker, be the dead middle, be the semi-main? Let us know your thoughts, opinions down below. Cena, Vaquer, Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, who should be the face of Monday Night Raw? The jury is out. We'd love to hear your opinions, but I think now we're going to go ahead and try and wrap this thing up, too, after we have done everything possible to turn this stupid ditching into a conversation about anything but just simply professional wrestling, too. So thank you all for tuning in to the engagement, to the overall analysis, and overall to the balls to the walls ballistic entertainment that I had to deal with. How did I not walk off screen is beyond me. Okay, let's get the fuck out of here. Let's go ahead and
Because deep
chill.
down, you like it. That's why.
No, I think
And you enjoy it. You enjoy it. Deep down, you enjoy it.
You do enjoy Noah.
Joy is a very...
You're a glutton for punishment.
Yeah, there's the oxymoron of the word joy. It's a punishment that I choose to endure, but somehow brings entertainment to others, so I must be doing something right. All right, let's get the fuck out.
Something.
Damn it.
I tried.
I know, you all do, every time. Let's get the fuck out of here. JJ, always a pleasure. Appreciate you. Go ahead and tell the people can find you.
You can find me on Instagram at the Renegade JJ Williams, YouTube, of course, Casa D18 Studios, X, ROWJJ Williams, and Casa D18 Studio. No S at the end of Casa D18 Studio. That's the one where I will occasionally host and participate in the spaces. And then, of course, follow the Simply Reliable Studios at SR Studios 2024 on X.
There you go. Simply put. Charles, where can the people find you?
All right, let's see. I'm not going to go fast again. Too Tall Corinne on Twitter. And you'll see me in spaces or sometimes maybe on here.
That's fair enough. Well, from one great rival to the man you can't see to another great rival to the rival he lives with. And shout out to Arlene Dominguez that was in the chat, but also taking care of priorities. Appreciate her always. Be sure to get your predictions in. Emmanuel, where can they find you and her?
You can find me, Emmanuel Dominguez, at Facebook, EDM7324 at Instagram, and on the X, Arlene Dominguez on Facebook, Arlene Dominguez on Instagram, and then ADM724 on the X, and F. John Cena. 5 more days to go. Can't wait.
Mira.
I got your
estás bien que estás lejos de mí si no te haya pegado con mi chancla,
Yes, I get driven by you, by my sister friend. They're gonna kick me. They're gonna do something about it. Then they never do.
You should just mail him a slipper. Like when he opens the package, it's just a shot glass message.
What the hell? All right. That was random. Well, thank you, Emmanuel, and coming soon to a pay-per-view virtual YouTube near you, Dattila versus Emmanuel.
Which will be live.
Dattila and Alicia against me and Emmanuel.
Jesus.
Which will be live at Survivor Series at Petco Park with your host, Jeff Meacham.
I don't think Jeff's going to host that. I think he's going to general manager and let the chaos ensue as he calls for. What are you going to call for?
My name ain't Paul. It's between y'all. Anyway.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Just all good, right? Well,
Nope.
I say.
There'll be no drama having me be in the Padres' house on purpose. I'm good.
Then again, therapy. The word of the night's going to be therapy come Saturday night. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. Well, on that front, I'm going to get me a little therapy before Saturday. Am I next on Chills?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead, brother.
Cool. All right. So, in addition to all the usual shit we do around here, because that's what we do, is craziness, I get to go see some friends on Thursday, and I invite everybody in the Vegas area to join myself and my buddy Kalea as we go visit the Bella Twins, the Hall of Famers out at Old Red, promoting Bonita Bonita. And then I'll be part of this craziness. The live check-in from JJ from Homecoming. Hopefully we can work that out stream-wise. Fallout from All Out. Following Fallout from WrestlePalooza on Shenanigans. And, of course, you can find me on the socials, _Jeff Meacham on Twitter, Instagram, @Jeff Meacham on YouTube and the Facebook.
Very nice. Love it. Appreciate you always, Jeff. And you're always welcome here. And it was absolute joy having the conversation and enduring the madness with you here, too. Now you see what I deal with.
Dude, you forget that it was me and you and James that started the panel portion of our existence. Like, I understand exactly what you go through. And Lord, I apologize. Be with the foster. Amen.
He's always with me. There's a reason why I still protect my mentality and endure you all's insanity. Appreciate you, Jeff. Man, I see your hand up. What you got to say real quick before I give it to Walter?
Yeah, I didn't know the Bellas know the hockey talk man. He's a hockey talk man. Because the Bellas says that honky tonk. The band, like, and I'm like,
nobody move. Nobody move. Nobody do anything or say anything. Just wait. Next, Jill.
I would like for my phone battery to not die also, y'all.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here as I'm trying to do. Thanks, Emmanuel, for that. You went over, so thanks for being in the contestants row. You're constantly surprised at cheap watch. Walter Cruz, go ahead and plug your stuff.
Yeah.
God.
You won't catch me in Canada, or in Indianapolis, but you can catch us doing the watch along here on the Rage of Wrestling YouTube channel, Instagram Walter.Cruz.940, Twix Walter Alex Cruz, and that's everywhere you can find me. And subscribe, please.
Subscribe.
How do you say subscribe to Walter in French?
Carefully.
Yeah, carefully. Speaking of which, go ahead and plug where people can find you.
All right. They can follow me on Twitter @Solo_. You check out my YouTube channel, Rangers of Wrestling, my Instagram, Rangers of Wrestling, and my Twitch channel, Rangers of Wrestling. You know, I don't keep saying it, but I'm almost done. I just need the capture card, and I will be streaming Rita's Rewind on my Twitch channel.
All right, then. Well, stay mighty. And thank you all for tuning in as I'm about to finally hit the button and close the conversation and this radical discussion.
Let's see if she does that before James' next part of his documentary. It's amazing.
Walter, that's just no.
We got all this shit before GTA 6. I just want to throw that out there, too.
Yeah.
This is also accurate. And
I hate the fact I hear that a lot, Jeff. Come on.
It's accurate. Never mind. Find me if you choose at Foster 1916, folks, as I continue to endure the madness that is brought by my friends here at the Simple Level Studios on a weekly basis. And Foster 1916 on YouTube and next to keep up with all the predictions leagues, for all the panels I moderate, for all the commentary that I bring, and sometimes impromptu with JJ's blessing or just pass off because everyone likes to see me suffering the insanity. Find me on the Saturday Shenanigans, whether I'm hosting or lightly participating, because sometimes I'm truly just whatever in that conversation. And again, you can stay tuned for far more Sleeper Digging. The next Sleeper Digging will be Thursday, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, when we go all out. Good God. With AEW. All out from Toronto. So stay tuned more on that. We'll be back here, of course, tomorrow. Come on, back here. We are special. AEW Dynamite here for September to remember. At least it's going to be better than December to this member, so I'll give it that. And it won't even be from the 2300 arena.
That's a low bar.
Not for AEW, when I know the talent there and the booker, even if he has a madman behind the pen.
I mean, have you seen the matches announced? That's still a low bar.
I'll take it. It's still far better than what that pay-per-view gave me. You want to try and do apples to grapes? Talk to me later. And that's all I got to say for now.
Isn't the same apples to oranges?
Grapes because oranges is better, in my opinion, than grapes. That's a different conversation for another day. Because I'm trying to get the fuck out of here. Not eat fruit and not drink, but go to sleep. As I'd like to remind all of you, protect your mentality. Get some fucking therapy if you need to. Avoid being stuck in Crunchyroll nostalgia. And just enjoy live and enjoy professional wrestling is truly as simple as that. So with that being said, thank you so much for tuning in. Please subscribe, comment, tell a friend, touch grass, not weed. Get out, go outside. It's broad daylight, or go to fucking sleep. We'll see you next time at the Sippy Lab Studios. Please like, subscribe. Again, subscribe. Comment, tell a friend. Hit the bell to live on demand on any of the channels in the hit the subscribe button. I assure you, not that I endure this to be the hostess for every major show, PLE pay-per-view, for WWE, NXT, AEW, ROH, and TNA. It's not going to happen anytime soon unless I choose to quit on the business. But I don't see that happening because nothing so far has reached me to that point. I have no clue. But
What if they make you sing karaoke on every one of those streams?
Ali action free.
20% on my phone battery.
Angel's getting beat up.
Say goodnight, kids.
Guys, come on. They're just going to die here.
All right. Good night, folks. Thank you all for tuning in. We're not even going to do British game shows. I've had enough of this insanity for one night. So it's a goodbye for me. It's a goodbye to everybody. It's a goodbye for the chat. And until next time, as always, thank you for tuning in. It's been addicting. Make a positive impact in life. Have a good night. Enjoy WrestlePalooza if you choose. Subscribe to ESPN if you want to. Otherwise, save your money. And thanks for tuning in to another edition of Anything But with Simply Predict. Have a good night, folks. I'm handing the button immediately. You all are fucking crazy. Take care.
Ali accent free.
You're on the weakest link. Goodbye.
Yep.